Hello, my name is Sawyer Romig, and today we talk about influenza, better known as the flu. The flu is one of the oldest diseases that still affects humanity today. It has been documented as far back as the 1500s, with many small outbreaks throughout the years. However, during the closing years of World War I, as soldiers returned to their lives and their countries, they brought with them the influenza from Central Europe. And with that came one of the most deadly disease outbreaks in 1918, known today as the Spanish flu. This outbreak killed over 50 million people, which, when adjusted for today's population, would have been upwards to 375 to 460 million people. Influenza has many different symptoms and serves as a backbone for explaining the condition that many other diseases leave the body in, also known as a flu-like symptom. Many of the flu symptoms are not life-threatening. However, they do thoroughly weaken the body and may be threatening to those with pre-existing conditions. Many common symptoms include sudden high fevers, chills, loss of appetite, dry coughs, body aches, the loss of appetite, and many others. There are many stages of the flu, starting at the beginning. As the day progresses, with someone who has the flu, their condition will get progressively worse day by day until it starts to lessen up around 8 to 9 days out. For the first 3-ish days, there is a sudden and aggressive fever that burns hot, and the infected person's throat will dry out easily, getting sore and causing some light coughing. After that, between the 4th and the 7th days, the body and condition get steadily worse as the fever and sore throat will worsen heavily, and a heavier dry cough may occur as the days progress. The body gets weaker and weaker until day 8, when the body usually starts to fight the infection and the fever will weaken. There will, however, be some residual sickness, such as a persistent cough that will last for 1 to 2 weeks after the majority of the disease recedes. As I mentioned earlier, the flu makes the body physically weaker. The want to move and do things is greatly affected, as people infected with the flu don't feel like they have the strength to complete menial tasks. However, the disease doesn't just attack the muscles, it also more heavily attacks the immune system, as it enters through different orifices such as the nose and the mouth. Thus, it has easy access to the nose, the throat, and the ability to quickly travel to the lung. The weakening effects of the flu also make people more susceptible to other diseases, which could lead to a worse condition and potentially death. The flu is not often deadly, but it can mutate in the body and may cause lasting heart conditions and breathing problems. The flu is one of the few diseases with its own season, coming around every winter, with some seasons starting as early as late fall and ending as late as early spring. With every year comes a new flu vaccine, because the flu adapts very easily and scientists must rush to adapt with it to keep it from becoming deadly to many people. Due to the highly viral nature of the flu, as well as its zoonotic capabilities, zoonotic meaning that it is transmissible between humans and animals, the flu is present all over the world and spreads as easily as a handshake. It also has a very short infection rate to transmission rate that allows for new hosts to transmit regularly. The flu is not often deadly, however, to certain parts of the population it is more threatening, such as children and the elderly. It can also cause complications to people with lung and heart conditions, making their pre-existing conditions more severe. Those with asthma are the greatest threat, as it can cause frequent and overactive attacks, as well as close their airways and tightening their chest. As I mentioned earlier, the flu is one of few zoonotic diseases, meaning it is transmissible between humans and animals. The flu is present in different species, though one of the most common is amongst pigs, due to the sloppy and close condition the pigs exist in. However, the disease is not threatening and follows the same timeline as the flu that affects the humans, coming around late in the fall, ending early in the spring. Other animals affected may include birds, and like humans, they are also drained of the energy, making them easy prey for predators, and may also cause sudden deaths to the birds as well. Influenza is one of the most common and ever-present diseases that affects humanity, and understanding it may help with the development of a long-term vaccine that may eradicate it completely. But for now, we will just continue to need a new vaccine every year.